Hey everybody, it's Mark, DoctorDeadwax, and I got some Christmas VCLT that I wanted to talk about and share with everybody. And I don't know, let's talk about some resolutions. Some final resolutions for 2013. First up, listening to this, Paul Humphrey, American Wake Up on Blue Thumb. David, you got this? This is pretty awesome. It's kind of it's got a little bit of Hugh Masekela kind of stuff in it. And we're at like 33 seconds, so we probably better stop this, or the copyright police will be all over us. All right, tonight we're drinking St. Ambroise McAuslan Oatmeal Stout. And I've never had this before. This is a Quebec-based beer. Never typically get too many Quebec-based beers. I actually bought this in the States and brought it back to Canada. So cheers, everybody. Happy New Year. That's awesome. So I got a couple pieces of Christmas VCLT. And the first one was, I just finished listening to this, although it's January 5th, 4th. This is from Heavy Metal, Xmas music for people who don't like Xmas music. And this was a really interesting listen. I got this stuff today. So I think Kevy's was mailed on December 15th in Seattle, and a snail walked it across North America and across the border. And it's got a really cool let's put it down. It's got a really cool artwork and everything printed on the CD, but it's a blue, not a silver. But anyway, that was really cool. And what's interesting about, one of the things I found really interesting about this is not going to focus. Anyway, it's KMCD 0013. So either I got the 13th CD, or this is the 13th release from the KMCD label. And Kevy's highly optimistic with the 4-digit 0013. So I've already entered the search in eBay, safe search for KMCD, and I'm hoping to get the other previous 12 releases on the Heavy Metal catalog. And there's some really cool music on here. Some of it didn't work for me, but some of it was really awesome. The Cheap Trick, that doesn't work for me, but the Rude Boy Slim wasn't bad. Fat Daddy wasn't bad. The Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC was awesome, and Beck's Little Drum Machine Boy was awesome. The Jill Sobule, that was possibly my favorite song on here. And Carlene Davis and Trinity was pretty awesome. Kate Bush was good too. And the Pogues, Christy McCall, I didn't actually listen to that one because I heard that one too much already in the holidays, and I got it out of my head, and I can't afford to get that stuck back in because that took like 5 days to get out of my head. So I really appreciate it, Kevy. Thank you very much. This is an awesome CD, and it'll come out next year with the Christmas records. And then the second bit of Christmas VCLT was from Wes, and I'm not quite sure. His was mailed on the 17th, so it's a little quicker from Florida than it is from Seattle. But I got a lovely card from Wes, and had some really nice things written in it, and I really appreciate all that you said, Wes, and thank you very much. And I got Wes's amazing A Look Back at 2012 with Super Wes. And what was interesting about this is, it has music on here from bands that I actually like the Antlers and the XX. But I'd never heard that Antlers song that I can remember. Is it off the EP that you've shown a few times, that Underwater one, or is it off Burst Apart? If it's off Burst Apart, I've heard it. It just hadn't sunk in. But I really like the XX one. The Casket Girls was fantastic. I'd never heard that. And what was really good about this record was I think it's all music from 2012. So there's a lot of music here that I simply hadn't heard. The Hot Knife Fiona Apple was amazing. Not a fan of Mumford & Sons or their Boxer, but what is most amazing about this is in the very middle, and when I showed it to Rhonda, she left too. It says, I don't know if this is going to show it or not. Yeah, there it is. What are you looking here for? Or what are you looking for here? So, I don't know if everybody else has had that, but maybe that was just for me and my Deadwax obsession. So, really enjoyable CD, Wes, and music I would never listen to. I would never listen to Earth, and I actually enjoyed it. I've listened to Earth before, and I did not enjoy it, but I actually enjoyed the Earth track that was on here. The Kendrick Lamar I would never listen to, but that was kind of interesting. The Swans I probably wouldn't listen to, and I really like that too. So, I'm just buying old used shit that's beat to death, and I listen to Sirius XMU in the car when I'm not listening to classical in the car. I mostly listen to classical when I'm driving now, but XMU is even too repetitive. But so it's not like I'm totally averse to modern music. I just don't really pay that much attention to it anymore. I'm kind of so fixated on jazz the past 5-7 years, and I never buy modern music anymore. So again, Wes, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you and to Chris. Hope you had a good one. So, final resolutions. I haven't seen too many people do this, but I thought I would I saw a couple videos from some other people and in other parts of YouTube talking about their kind of resolutions related to the hobbies, lifestyle stuff that they make videos about. And I kind of got me thinking. And I actually have a few. One of them is I'm upgrading my tone arm again. I just got a new table put together, finished it in the summer, but I'm upgrading my tone arm to a linear tracker. So that's one thing. I've already started on that. I'm buying it off of a friend. I've already started paying him in installments. It's a nice clear audio linear tracker, so that's going to eat a lot of money, but it's going to be worth it to me in the end. And then the other thing that's going to go along with that is I upgraded my card again in the summer just past when I got a new tone arm. But I'm going to upgrade again to a better cart, or send the one I have away to get the cantilever ripped off of it and a better cantilever, ruby cantilever put on it, and a new diamond. So that's going to eat a lot of money, a couple grand. But it's going to be worth it in the end. The improvement I made this year, I upgraded everything in my system but my speakers. I upgraded my cables. I upgraded my turntable to a custom hand-built one. Yeah, the cat's bored. She's like, he's talking about his turntable again. Quit picking on Daddy, Letha. I got a new amp this year. I got a new preamp this year. So new speaker wire. So time for a few more upgrades, because there was I didn't put tons of money in. I guess maybe by some people's standards I put a hell of a lot in, but by some of my friends' standards I put very little in, and it paid off huge. So I'm going to make another step up. So that's part of it. And another one is I did the inbox challenge, and it really got me thinking about my record collection. And I have thousands and thousands of LPs. I got a couple thousand, that I've never heard. Although I did knock like 10% of that off with the inbox challenge, and I did unload another 300 records there. But I'm going to go through my collection, and I'm going to pull out 1,000 records, and I'm going to sell them. I'm going to find records that are they're not of music I'm listening to anymore. They're not. I might still like the artist, but maybe I don't like those specific records from those artists. So I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to get rid of the records that are not um, that would not grade high enough for me, and that might be keeping me away from listening to them. I'm going to go through and get rid of a lot of duplicates. I have a lot of records that I have 6, 7 different pressings of because I'm kind of obsessed with them. But I only ever go to one pressing, and I don't know if I need 6 or 7 pressings of everything that kind of interests me. Um, you know, it's kind of cool to have multiple pressings of, say, Dark Side of the Moon, so you can, you know, you play them for people that don't know what the hell you're talking about, and they kind of just sit there and look at you, and then they go, I get it. And, you know, with the Red Atlantics for Zeppelin and stuff like that, too. But, you know, I have things that I can play for people that they can, you know, they can kind of get it. So I don't really need to have 40 things because nobody wants to listen to that. So I'm going to make some decisions and liquidate some stuff. And that'll help pay for some of the stuff I want to do. I have a video game collection that I'm going to get rid of this year too. I have like 40 Nintendo machines and a dozen Super NES machines, and I have Atari and Atari Darth Vaders and very, very early computers. I have ColecoVision. I have Sega Master, Sega Genesis, Sega whatever the hell came after that. I must have 60, 70 consoles, and probably several hundred games, magazines, um, all of that stuff, cables, wiring, joysticks, steering wheels, the whole 9 yards. So I haven't touched that stuff in years. If I ever game, it's on the computer. It's PC gaming. So it's time for that to go. Somebody else is going to really enjoy that. I'm going to put it all together, make up a master list, and it's too big to sell on the internet, so I'll have to sell that locally. But that'll help. And I got a whole bunch of gear I'm going to sell. I got a Marantz 6300. I got a 6350Q that's complete in its original box. It's basically near mint. I got a 6370Q, which is a really cool turntable. I got a Marantz 2240 receiver that's in nice clean condition. I got a couple of lower end Yamaha CR receivers, like CR420 and a CR620. I'm never going to use those. I have a Scott Mono power amp. I got a couple pieces of Crown audio gear. I've got an old Trio tube tuner. I might even sell my Technics 1200. I don't know. That'd be pretty drastic if I did, but it depends on what kind of upgrades I can get out of that. I'm also going to work on making sure I get through 750 pieces of vinyl out of the inbox this year. I know it's not going to eliminate the inbox, and I'll probably I could very easily put that many pieces back into the inbox, so who knows. I'm going to do another inbox challenge, and that was highly successful, and it was highly motivating for me. And it not only did I get some records clean, but I'd also it kind of helped me get some more perspective on what I've been doing, and it kind of led to what I've been thinking about here, and stuff like that. I'm going to try and be a little bit more selective when digging. I just love digging. I just love going out for a day or 2 days, or going away crate digging. So I still plan on getting to Pittsburgh. I didn't get to Pittsburgh. I had some medical issues come up in the summer. I didn't get Pittsburgh to go to Jerry's, but I hope to get to Jerry's within the next 6 months and maybe spend 3 days in Pittsburgh. We were going to go to Chicago. That's been canceled, so let's hope that the Pittsburgh thing will hopefully happen. And just be more selective in digging. I buy well, so that's not really an issue, but it's not that I buy well, it's that I'm tying a bit too much money up, I think, into it before I can get to it. I kind of have a bit of a antique dealer mentality that, you know, buy it now while you can and bury it, but I don't think that's necessary anymore. I know there's less vinyl out there, but whatever. And finally, I'm going to try and find a way to get involved in some sort of other hobby too, just to kind of take a little bit of focus off the audio stuff so that it continues to be enjoyable for a long period of time. So anyway, wow, 15 minutes. This is probably the most boring video I've ever done, but I guess it's more for me than it is for anybody else. I can mark it private and look at it a year from now and see if I actually accomplished any of this. So, Kevy, Wes, thank you very much. I really appreciated the gifts and the sentiment that went along with them. They meant a lot to me. And check out St. Ambroise, both of you. You're my buddies in beer, and I'm sure you'll both enjoy it. It's a nice stout. It's not quite a nitrogen stout like Guinness or the Cobblestone I've been showing, and it's not quite boutique stout like the Oatmeal stout from the place out of Grand Rapids. Wow, just total brain fart there. Or the Southern Tier stouts, but it's excellent. Highly recommended, and it's Canadian. So anyway, I hope everybody had a safe and healthy holiday, and wish everybody a happy New Year, and whenever your new year starts or begins. Cheers, everybody. Have a great day. Keep the record spinning.